I am Queen of Sheba. I have walked among kings and prophets, through golden palaces and war-torn lands. I have seen the rise of empires and the fall of reason. But among all the stories whispered across centuries, there is one that echoes through the silence of women's voices, and it is called hysteria. Come closer, child. Let me tell you a story, a true story, one soaked in sorrow, in disbelief, in the soft screams history tried to silence. It begins with a girl, and a word, hysteria. She screamed, but no one listened. She fainted, and they laughed. She bled, and they locked her away. And they called her hysterical. But this story is not just about her. It's about every woman who was told she was too emotional. Every soul that was dismissed for pain that didn't bleed. Now, sit still and listen closely. Her name was Blanche Wittman, Paris, 1878. She was only a teenager when they brought her to the gates of Salpêtrière Hospital, a girl possessed by invisible things. Her body betrayed her, twitching, collapsing, screaming without cause. Doctors rushed to see her, not to heal her, but to watch her. You see, Blanche became the centerpiece of what they called hysteria demonstrations. Every Tuesday, the great Dr. Jean-Martin Charcot would gather his students. They came not with compassion, but with curiosity. She would fall into strange trances. Her back would arch, her eyes roll back. She'd cry out in terror, "Please, something is crawling in me. I can't breathe." But the men in the room would only whisper. Fascinating. They called her the Queen of Hysterics. They took photographs, drew diagrams. They paraded her like a puppet, claiming science. And Blanche? She spent 2 decades inside those walls. Until one day, they said she was cured. But what they meant was, she was no longer interesting. Later, they put her in an X-ray lab. Radiation burned her skin. Her arm was amputated. She died quietly. No screams, no diagnosis. Her story faded, but the word they branded her with did not. Now let me tell you about this word. Hysteria. It comes from the Greeks. Hystera. Womb. They believed the womb wandered inside the female body, causing madness, causing choking, causing sin. And so any unexplained symptom in a woman, tremors, blindness, fainting, fits, was blamed on her uterus. No lesion? No fever? Then it must be her fault. That's how they thought. That's how they treated. Some doctors used scented herbs, placed between the legs to lure the womb back to its place. Others used ice baths, restraints. Some even used their hands. Yes, child. They massaged women until exhaustion, calling it medicine. Eventually, someone said, "Let's invent a device to do this." And thus, the vibrator was born, in a doctor's office. Then came Freud. He said, "The problem is not the womb, but the mind." He gave it a new name, conversion disorder. He believed the body was speaking what the lips could not. Trauma turned into tremor. Grief turned into blindness. He was not wrong, but even he could not erase the stain that word left behind. Today we say hysteria's gone. But is it? We've simply given it new names. Functional neurological disorder. Somatic symptom disorder. Imagine a girl walks into a clinic. Her hands tremble. She can't walk, but her scans, normal. Her bloods, clean. The doctor sighs, says she's anxious, that she should rest, that it's probably in her head. Sound familiar? Still, so many suffer symptoms without cause, and still, they are dismissed. Do you know, my child, that women are more likely to have their pain ignored? black women. Even more so. In some places, they die in childbirth 4 times as often as others. The ghost of hysteria still haunts the wards. Not in charts, but in disbelief. They say hysteria is extinct. But tell me, when a woman says, "I hurt," and the world says, "It's just nerves," have we really moved on? We no longer chain women to beds, but we do chain them in silence. I have watched centuries of women be misheard, mislabeled, misunderstood. And I ask you, with all our knowledge, with all our science, have we truly learned to listen? Child, if hysteria was once the name given to misunderstood pain, what other illnesses are we misnaming today? What truths are we still locking away? Not in asylums, but in disbelief. Think on it, and come back. I have more stories to tell.